What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Warwick's here. It is your boy Wood. Either way, so today I'm going to be doing 5 alt methods. These are basically something that you can do while you're playing another account. I'm not going to do something like, let's say, for example, like, make a account go to Zolder or something, because you can't really like do Zolder and then work on another account unless you're like fishing on another account, for example. But this is something that you can just be, I could play on my main account and do these methods. Now I will be using my main account for these methods just because I don't actually have these alts made to use. But so yeah, just so you know that fact, I'll be telling you what the levels are, blah blah blah. But I will actually be using my main here. So yeah, hope this video helps you, and hope you like it. Okay, so this alt is a very simple alt to play while you're playing your main account. It's going to be smithing cannonballs. Now this alt doesn't make a lot of money every hour, but it's something that you can, as you use it, you can easily cover its bond, your main's bond, and actually make some sort of profit. Plus, if you can play multiple of these, it'll like the gold will start coming in, and it's something that's very, very easy to play. Let's say while you're doing solar on your main, this is something very easy to do that you don't have to put much thought into at all. So this is going to be making cannonballs. So you'll need partial completion of the dwarf cannon quest, a very easy quest, takes almost no time to complete. Level 35 smithing, this is like the hardest requirement, but then again, it's really not hard at all. There's that one quest that brings your smithing up to like 20 plus or something. So a couple, like maybe like 100k, and you'll have that level easy. It's really nothing. So your inventory will look like one ammo mold, and just close that down there, and 27 steel bars. You'll make about 160k an hour. So again, nothing much, but then again, if you can put in 5 hours a day, right? Every 2 days you're making, right? So with every 2 days, that's a really bad example, but like you'll make money, and with a bond being every 14 days, you have to put like, what is it, 2.5 mil or so towards a bond. This will definitely easily pay for itself, plus we'll be able to. So as I said, if you can play multiple of these while you're doing your main, that'll be that'll make a lot of money. Plus, a helpful thing to get but not needed is the Varrock Armor once, that you can use the edgeful thing here. We'll close this down again. But either way, so basically, scuff, there we go. You'll want to have an ammo mold and 27 steel bars, as I said. You want to have your bank. Now you can easily use these bank fillers by clicking on this and clicking full bank, and this will fill. So now, if you notice my inventory, I can click bank, and my ammo mold will still stay in here. So it's very easy for banking, because you'll take out your bars, you'll go over to this furnace here, you'll use the bars on the furnace. Now why we're using this furnace or any other furnace is because this furnace has a chance to use 2 bars at once, so it makes it that much more per hour. So basically now you'll see I have cannonballs, blah blah blah, and then basically you just want your inventory to fill up. You can go over here, bank, you can just hit that deposit all once you have a cannon slot in there, of course, a slot for cannonballs, and then just easily pull out the 27 steel bars and run out, and then you can ammo mold will never go back into your bank. So this is a very simple one to make. Doesn't make a lot of money, but very simple. And also as a side note, there is no better time to make this specific alt, if you're gonna make it, than right now, because as of the day of this recording, which is the 28th of the 8th month of 2017, the Gargoyle boss is coming sometime soon. I'm not exactly sure when. I've heard a rumor that it comes the next week. I don't exactly know when it's coming, but the Gargoyle boss will make cannonballs even better to, like, you'll be able to, like, make them even better. So cannonballs should become more pricey. So if you are looking to make this, now is a great time to do so, because the cannonballs should go up in price when that boss is released. Okay, so this next method is also a fairly well-known method. This will be the Wyvern alt. Now, for this you will need a level 72 Slayer. That is the only set in stone thing you have to have, is that 72 Slayer. Also, 80 combat stats will be where you want to go there. You could go there with lower combat stats, but 80 is where you'll start actually making like a fair bit of money per hour. You'll want about 5 mil or so for gear. I'll show you the gear in a second. Now this is the gear that I'm bringing. You can easily make this a lot better. Like you could add Dragonfire Shield, for example, now be by itself like 8 to 9 mil. But this is just a very simple gear for somebody who doesn't have a lot of GP, just wants to make this ult put a bit of money on there and just let it start making its own money. So this is just a very simple amount of gear. So helpful but not needed. Quest the Fremennik Isles for the Helm of Netisnot. That will be the best in slot helm here. If you're not bringing the Helm of Netisnot, I do have that on. This isn't that hard of a quest to get done, that's why I do have it in here. But if you don't, just bring some like a Torag's helm, for example. So getting there, now there's different methods, but the Fairy Tale Part 2 quest, and then using the fairy rings, or the method that I just use is just having your house in Remington. The fairy rings is a little bit faster, but just house in Remington, the amount of time it will take you to do the quest and everything, it's not really that worth it and everything, right? So the GP per hour, depending on stats, plus the drops you get, because you could get like battle stat, like 10 battle stat drops in a row, something you could get a visage, right? So your hours will vary in money that you get per hour, but you'll get on average between about 500 to 800k an hour. Now you can also range wyverns, but the melee is significantly better money. So the gear that we're going to be bringing is, what we have on is the Helm of Netisnot, so you have the quest on. If not, use something like a Torag's helm. An RD cape, if you have a fire cape, use that. You don't have to have an RD cloak 3, you can have RD cloak 1, RD cloak 2, whatever your best cape is that you have in your account. But for example, an RD cape 1 is very easy to get, right? An Amulet of Glory, if you have an Amulet of Fury, bring that, an Amulet of Torture, whatever. This is just a very simple gear. You'll want to bring a whip. You can bring a de-skimmy if you want, but also when you have to get the quest in for that. But a whip is just, it's not like it's hard to get, plus it's like, yeah, it's 1.8 million, so, but it will help you kill a lot better. Torag's is very, very cheap, plus it has really good defensive stats, so definitely use Torag's. Now, you can use a Mind Shield, an Elemental Shield, or a DFS. Now, DFS obviously is best in slots, so if you can do that, bring that. If not, though, Mind Shield is good enough. A Combat Bracelet, if you have Barrow's Gloves, do bring those, but I'm saying that you're just grinding straight up to the Wyvern, so in that aspect you probably wouldn't have Barrow's Gloves, so stick on a Combat Bracelet there. Dragon Boots, if you have the upgraded Dragon Boots, use those. And I'm putting in a Berserker Ring. Now, you don't have to have the Berserker Ring here. If you have a Berserker Ring Eye, of course, use that. It doesn't take that long to imbue it, but either way, if you do have that, use that. But you can have a Ring of Life here if you want, but Berserk or a Warrior Ring if you want, but a Berserker Ring will help you the most here, so it's best in slot there, so I put it there. It's only about 1 to 2 mil, so it's not too bad. So basically, the method of getting there is you'll teleport to your house here, load this up. Oh, I'll talk about inventory in a second. And you'll step outside the portal here and you'll be inside of Remington. Now, I bring a 1 Fordo Super Combat. When I get there, normally I drink about 2 sips per inventory. So if you want, you can just bring a 2 sip, and then you can even bring another inventory. I don't know why I'm bringing 4. Bring 2 sips of that. Bring a singular stamina dose. That's all you'll need to get there. Just an inventory of lobsters for the rest of the thing. Take the 3 runes to get here. If you have a rune pouch, you can use that, but you probably wouldn't have a rune pouch on a ult like this. Just bring a dragon dagger as a spec weapon, and a ring of dueling to teleport away with. So, once you get out of your house teleport here, you'll just want to run down here, just follow with my mouse, into this little tunnel right here. And, ooh, I am on the wrong one. Yeah, no, I thought I was on the wrong. Oh, yeah. Okay, apparently I can't go inside that, so I'll just run there and then I'll show you the map from there. Yeah, I think that's just a bug on the RuneScape map. That's like, as you can see, like other dungeons here, for example, if I click on it, it'll actually bring you into the dungeon itself, and you can return to the world map like so. But for some reason, oh, there we go. It worked. Okay, there we go. So basically, you just want to come down here, follow my mouse, keep going down here and into here. Now, once you get to this little part right here, this is where I will resume the video. Okay, so we have got this little entrance here. Now, make sure you do have your shield equipped, or you'll get hit really hard. So you just want to come inside of here. Now, this is where people range it. If you like to range it, of course, it'll just make less money per hour, actually a significant amount less money. So this over here is where people normally do melee it. So you just want to come up here, pick your wyvern, super combat up, drop your specs, and just basically don't die. This is not, like, you can easily do this while doing something else, like if you're doing, like, let's say you're doing Zola on your main or something, or you're slaying or something, you can easily do this. It's nothing like hard. You just do have to pay attention that you do not die. But as I said, like, I have 99 in stats for my melee, so it might seem a little bit easier than if you came here with 80 stats, but it's really not that hard of a method. Plus, it is fairly good money. That's why a lot of people do do it. Plus with the visage chance, if you're lucky, what was that much at? If you're lucky, you will, you could make, you could do this for a couple of hours and make like, boom, get a 9 mil visage drop, right? But as you can see, like right there, boom, 1 kill, I made what 13 plus the bones and stuff, like 2k or so, so about 15k. So as you can see, this is a fairly decent method. I don't know why I say decent method so much, but yeah, this is a good method. So if you're okay with putting the time in for this, do make one, because it is a really good method to make money. Okay, so this next method here is crafting Barrow's teleport tabs. Now, this does have a a high requirement of magic of 83 magic, but you can like fairly easily splash the magic at rock crabs, for example. Now, I know a lot of people will do magic at, let's say, like rats or something, right? They'll just splash that. But if you do them at rock crabs, you're actually getting like, I think it's like you get like, what, 13k or 13.7k or something an hour splashing. I was doing it on my Iron Man to get actually 83 to do Barrows. And I was getting about like 20 plus k an hour at the rock crabs and at the sand crabs on Zia, and it was the exact same cost. I wasn't taking damage at all. So I don't really know why you would splash in the other method, but either way, to just like put on something like, let's say, mystics, and just collect off their mystics and go do sand crabs or something. It'll take some time, don't get me wrong. It'll take a fair portion of time, but if you can put time into it, it might take you, it depends on how much you play each day, right? But if you put in like just a couple hours each day, it could take you a week or two. But once you get there, will definitely pay off for itself, right? And the next thing is you'll have to have 100 favor with the Arceus house. Now this isn't something that's like, this will take you about 2 to 3 hours to get, but if you have the Clan of Karen done, this will be even faster to get. Plus you can actually use that, the Clan of Karen, and get a bit of favor off of this 100, like it'll just auto-complete some of it for you. This is probably better spent in another house, but if you're just making this ult completely just for this one method, you can just put it in here, so it's not that bad. Now, the quest, this isn't required because you can use the games necklace, but this will make you even more money per hour. So if you have the at least start of the Fairy Tale Part 2 quest, so that you can use the Fairy Ring CIS, plus you'll have to spend 80k to actually make that ring that you can teleport to. But you can use the games necklace and run down from Wintertodt. I will actually show you that in a second here. Let me just put this up and go all the way over to Zia. So this is where the fairy ring will actually bring you, and then you'll just have to run down here, or you can just teleport using the games necklace up here and run all the way down there and then there. But it's probably better to just get the fairy ring quest out the way and be able to teleport here. It will be more efficient. So then on you, actually I have a little bit more to go on the notepad. Feels good. So yeah, Clan of Karen. This will make, so you'll need about 100k or so to start, because you will need the 80k to actually pay for the thing there, and you'll also need splash runes, so you might spend like $1 mil or something on those, but I'm not gonna include that. So you'll just need about 100k for runes to start, because you actually have to use some runes when you're creating the tabs themselves. As I said, this can make about 500 to $1 mil an hour. Now, nice but not needed is agility. Slash like graceful. No, I don't actually have full graceful, so either way, but I'm just using a graceful hood, body, legs, and gloves, and the boots of lightness, plus I have the Arctic Cloak 3. Now the Arctic Cloak 3 is that I can go to Korean Monastery, I have my Drayman Staff in my inventory, and I can run over here to the Fairy Ring, because I'm assuming you don't have something like the Quest Cape or a Ring of Slayer on you, so this will be the best method to get to a fairy ring. So you just want to run over here, and in these trees here you'll have your fairy ring, and then you can just configure it and go to CIS. Now in your inventory you will need or on you at least, you'll need a pickaxe and a chisel. So we'll go to CIS, let's just doop and no, those sound effects, that should be the actual game sound effects. I am so sorry that in the middle there was a little bit scuffed there. That was my bad. I forgot to put off the overlay of the notepad. But you should have been able to see what I was doing there fairly well. So just want to run down this path here. While you're here, you can change just right up here at this walking around wizard guy here. You'll be able to change your spellbook over to the Arceus spellbook. You will have to be on that when you make the runes. So you can just use that, boom. Now also one of the reasons that agility is good is because then you can use the agility shortcuts here. Now if you have like one agility, you can just run around, there's no problem, but it will also make less money. But for example, I have 74 agility. Now I don't think this is 74 agility, but dude, you can, hello video game, you can just cross over here. It should actually, no it doesn't, okay. Whoa, hello video game, okay. So yeah, now you'll just be right over here. You'll just be able to run. Now these don't actually need a rune crafting level, a mining level, anything like that to actually mine them. So you'll just want to mine a full inventory, so 26 of these, and then once I have that I will come back and keep recording. Okay, this is a side note for that one that I used there, that actually requires 69 agility. So you don't have to get that 69 agility at all. It will make it easier for you while you're running here, but you don't have to get that at all. You can just run around. It'll just take a little bit, like maybe an extra 20-30 seconds each run. So you don't have to get the 69 agility by any means, but if you do get it, if you do feel like getting it, you get that graceful, you get a higher agility so that you can run better while you're doing this method. That's completely up to you, but you do not need it. But again, of course, if you do get it, it is better. Okay, so now that we do have our full 26 dense essence blocks in inventory, we will be using our 69 agility shortcut here. Again, as I've said, you don't need it, you can just run around. It will save you time though, but is not needed. I do want to stress that point. So you'll just be running up here. Sorry if I did stress that a lot, but yeah, I'll get off the topic now. So you'll just run up to here, use the Venerate Dark Altar here, boop, and they'll have, hello video game. Yep, there you go. So they'll have 26 Dark Essence blocks, so now I just want to go bank at whatever method. Oh, I just have something blocking me here. Got that Steam notification pop up, so now I can't actually use it. Good, thank you, in the middle of recording. So now I'll just go over to whatever bank you're going to use, and you can bank these. Now once you have however many that you're wanting to get, then so you'll just keep banking until, you'll just keep doing this method. You'll just teleport over there, bank, teleport over there until you have, let's say, if you want to craft 1,000 barrows teleport tabs, until you have 1,000 Dark Essence blocks. And then I will meet you at this right here. Oh, sorry, this right here, which is the actual bank in the Arceus house. So once you have how many every blocks you want, I'll meet you right here. Woo, and now we are here at the Arceus bank here. Now this is where the money will actually come into effect, because you will have to buy runes for each tab that you want to make. You'll have to use the same runes as if you were going to cast the spell. So 2 law runes, 2 soul runes, and 1 blood rune. So now this is where a rune pouch does help. Now over time, after like making thousands of these, it will actually become better if you had gotten the rune pouch. But the rune pouch does cost a good bit of money to get. So it's up to you if you feel like getting it or not, but I'm just going to pretend like you don't have the rune pouch. So you'll just have to take the 3 inventory slots full with runes here, and then the rest is Dark Essence blocks. Now if you don't actually have the mage level, you can use, let's say, like the Imbued Heart or magic potions or whatever, but either way, so just going to have to run up into this house right here, up to the lectern here, with your Dark Essence blocks and your runes. Of course, if you have a rune pouch, then you can do an extra 2 essence blocks per run. But you're going to go to this lectern here, and you're going to make barrows teleports, just as if you were making them at someone's house. So basically, these is the soft clay, and then these are the runes you'll need. And then you'll, well, make the tabs. You'll just keep running back and forth to the bank and back to here. And as I said, this is about 500 to a mil an hour. This is an ult that it's something that you'll want to, it'll be more like a consistent rate in so per se, depending on the price of the barrows teleport tabs. You'll just mine for however long you want to mine for, and then make the tabs and then sell them off. So yeah, this is a fairly AFK ult, because while you're mining you can AFK really easy. But yeah, perfect way to end a nice, you know, good old clip right there, yay. Okay, so no fancy notepads for this one, oh sorry. So for this method, all you need is the start, at least is 30 mining. Now, This one is one that it'll build over time. The higher your mining level, the more money you'll make out of this. For example, the RuneScape wiki, thank you to them. I will link them in the bio, of course, like I do with most of my videos, because they do help me with a lot of the information for this, for these videos at least. They have a little chart here, so I'm going to, basically, when you're 31 mining, you'll make very little profit. You'll make like about 10 or so K per hour. But once you get up to, like, let's say 99 mining, you'll make around 550k GP per hour. Basically, once you can, with Mother Mine, whatever ores you can, it'll mine the ores up to whatever level you are. You'll have a chance of, for example, when you get to 85 mining, you'll be able to mine, you'll be mining these, and then you'll be able to get runite ore from them, right? So that's where, basically once you hit 85, that's where the money really increases. So I'm just gonna read off what it says on the wiki here. So for example, at 31 mining, you'll get about 13k per hour. At 41, it'll be 89k per hour. At 61, it'll be 125k per hour. 70, 150, 85, 300, and 99 will be 550k per hour GP. So basically, as I said, this is based off of whatever like GP or whatever whatever ore you can mine. So for rune ore, mithril ore, addy ore, stuff like that, gold ore, coal ore, whatnot. So this really depends on your level that you have. Now the pick I'm using is the dragon pick. If you can afford it, of course, use it at the level that you can use it, which is 61. Before that, use whatever pick you can use. So this is an ult that when you first start it will make next to nothing per hour, but once you get it up to those higher levels after a week or two of grinding, then you can make the like 550k an hour. Basically, literally just doing this, and then once you have an inventory, putting it in the sack, or putting this in this hopper here, until you have 3 inventories, then just using this, filling up the sack. There's a bank literally right. Doop, boop, 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 boop. Come on, run, run. Right there, there's the bank. Now, if the wheels are like this, for example, this crate here has a hammer in it. So let's say you had a full inventory of pay dirt, you'd use it on this hopper here. The wheels would be broke like this. You'd pick up a hammer from this crate. You'd come over here, and you can just fix the wheels here. Boom, boom. And then the ore will just run down here into the sack. Then you can pick it up here. I'll show you actually what happens. So you can see I got, what is that? 4, 6, 7, 8. So like 7 ore, right? Now, boom, I got 1 mithril ore, 2 gold ore, 4 coal ore, right? So again, the better you're mining, the more this is per hour. The lower you're mining, the worse it is. And as I said, thank you for RuneScape Wiki for this table. I would never have been able to work whatever, like how much this was out without it. Of course, this table could be from like that was depending on the runes. Remember, because the RuneScape Wiki isn't constantly updating. It's like players use it, right? So those prices could have been at the time when it was made. It could be more or less than that now, because let's say back then a runite ore could have been 10k and now a runite ore is 9k, for example, right? So the amount you can get can vary, of course, depending on the ore prices. But yeah, that's like a pretty good average. And as I said, yeah, thank you to that. Thank you to the wiki for that information. So yeah, on to our final method for this video, at least. Okay, and the last method for this video, again, doesn't need a notepad, as it is super simple. Like this is a very, very low-level moneymaker. This is basically all you need is 10 crafting. That's it. You'll need like maybe 6k or so to start, right? This is very, very low level. This is just boom, 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 right? This is actually comparable with the cannonball method, surprisingly. It is a little bit less AFK though, and the cannonball method I believe makes just a couple, like maybe like 10k more GP or so per hour. But this is making spinning flax. This is a very, very old method, and something that a lot of people do troll about. Like, oh, don't you go spin flax for your GP or thing. But it actually does make you about 150k to 200k per hour, depending on the flax at that time. So basically, you'll just want to be at the top of the lumberjack castle here, bank right here, get out your 28 flax, come over to the spinning wheel here, use it on the spinning wheel. Come on, use the spinning wheel, not players. And, no, use the spinning wheel, sorry, my bad. Use the spinning wheel, create X, type in a number, and boom, just creates 27. Now, I think it takes about a minute or so per lap, depending on how fast you do your banking and whatnot. So this, again, this method is something that like it doesn't make you a lot of money per hour, and it's not like it's the most AFK thing out there. But again, all it takes is level 10 crafting. Like you can get that in like 5 minutes if you like, you put like 100k on this account and you do this, you'll never have to give it money ever again. Because like getting into the crafting, you just get like maybe an inventory or two of leather and you'll get there, type thing, right? So this is a very low level method. If you can run multiple accounts of this at once if you'd like, but it's up to you of course. But as you can see there, that boom, and I'll just run back up here. Go up the stairs, yes, and go back to the bank, bank these, get another inventory of flax, and just keep repeating. So as I said, this is a really very low level method. It doesn't make a lot of money compared to like some of the other methods. But yeah, either way, so it's up to you if you'd like to do this or not, or if you want to just like grind up to, let's say, something like the Barrows tablets or not. If you put in the work of getting up to the Barrows tablets, for example, you'll be able to make that 500k to a mil an hour. But if you don't want to have to do that, you can just make like 3, 4, 5 of these ults, for example. Put a bond on each of them. They'll pay for themselves as long as you play enough. They'll pay for themselves and they'll make money, right? That's the end goal. So yeah, thank you all for watching this top 5 ult, or this 5 ults videos. If you like this, I will make more. If not, I'll just go to I'll just be making other stuff like I have in the past. But hopefully this does help you, and if it does, like, comment, and subscribe. I believe that is the spiel. And yeah, thank you for watching.